I'm Jolene Towers with Planet Remix. I'm going to show you how to mix style with sustainability. You mix a little bit of hippie with a bit of hipster, and you get eco-friendly fashion that's fashion forward.
Reduce,
Reuse, recycle, rethink. Planet Remix. Hi, I'm Jolene Towers and you're watching Planet Remix. I am so excited because today I am visiting Linda Loudermilk. She is the pioneer designer for eco-friendly fashion. Hi, Linda.
Hey, gorgeous. Welcome to the salon.
Thank you. Look how great it looks. Look at all your beautiful stuff. So Linda, you coined the phrase luxury eco. Tell me what luxury eco means.
I wanted a phrase that would bust out old ideas of the way that people thought eco was, and just create a new platform, something new, a new way for people to think of environmental initiatives and how they choose products. All of my fibers have a story, but this one in particular, this is seaweed.
Seaweed.
Yes, it's an amazing, amazing fiber. It bonds with wood pulp on a molecular level. I want to show you a little bit about how it's done.
Okay.
So, you know, you would think normal shirt, button down, done in a couture manner. It starts out, this beautiful shirt,
Wow.
as seaweed. I mean, check it out.
Yeah.
You know?
It smells good. It smells like the ocean.
It smells like seaweed.
Yeah.
Fresh, fresh, fresh.
Yeah.
Then, what they do, they turn it into a pulp. Yeah.
That's so soft.
Yeah, I mean,
so
the best way I can
smooth.
explain the process is when you see cotton candy being made, you know, they mix it and they pour it in the machine and they spin it.
So you take this powder. How does this powder turn into fabric?
Yeah, well, you know, through the spinning process, it turns into this pulpy looking stuff. And then they take this and they weave it into a fiber. So this is the seaweed wood pulp fiber. There's seaweed in face care products. It's very healing. It absorbs into your skin and it heals illnesses.
I kind of want to rub it all over my body.
Yeah, you know what? I do that all the time.
you?
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm just like, oh, yes.
Nice. It's like a spa treatment.
You know, a lot of people, people have skin rashes or, you know, we wonder why we have, you know, chronic fatigue syndrome, things like this. Well, our skin is our largest living organ. So, you know, it breathes. And most of the clothes out there are made with tons of pesticides, tons of chemicals. And
Let's talk for a second about why that's a bad thing. Because, you know, some people don't realize how bad it is to put pesticides and toxic chemicals on your skin.
Right.
They don't realize that your skin actually absorbs it into your body, right?
They're in the fiber. They're on the finishing of the fabrics. And when we sweat and absorb, we sweat these chemicals, and our bodies aren't used to fighting them off. So we spend a lot of extra energy fighting off these chemicals. We wonder why we're so tired. You know, what's wrong with me today? Why am I so tired today? It might be the shirt you're wearing.
So what are some of the alternative fabrics and textiles that you use?
Well, that's my favorite question.
Great.
So that gives me a chance to tell you the amazing technology that is in these clothes right here. This is really interesting. This is mud-dyed organic cotton.
Wow.
This is done in Africa. And what they do is they beat the mud into the fabric, and then they shine it like this. This is a natural shine.
It almost looks like leather.
This, you know, I have looked for years and years for something to use as an alternative to leather. And when I found this, I was doing cartwheels. These are made out of bamboo.
So let's talk for a minute about bamboo. Can you tell me how bamboo is sustainable and why that's important?
Well, you know, bamboo can grow on the side of a cliff. It doesn't take as much water as other natural fibers take. And, you know, it grows, what, I think a foot a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a fast-growing plant. So this is really cool. This is called Sasawashi. Now this line was inspired by the melting ice caps in the Arctic.
Oh, wow.
And how they form these strange, odd shapes that look like these really morphed out animals. But I did this jacket, you know, upon further investigation out of Sasawashi.
Which is what?
Sasawashi.
I want to say it. Sasawashi.
You
That's
know
just
what?
fun to say.
You did the best job anybody's ever done. Everybody screws that one
What a
up
fun
the
word
first
to say.
time.
Sasawashi.
Great. Well, this Sasawashi is a leaf
Okay.
from Japan, and they first used it to roll sushi in because of its antibacterial properties.
Oh, wow.
So we worked for years to create several different fabrics out of Sasawashi because this keeps you warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
How great.
It's an amazing natural phenomenon.
So they don't just look good, but they actually serve a function.
Actually, yeah, exactly.
So where did you find these alternative textiles and resources?
I would meet with scientists and fiber weavers and put the two together. I would give them a piece of fabric that I used in my couture line and say, replicate this, but with wood pulp.
So in essence, you actually invented using these sustainable fabrics in clothing, and if your scientists had to figure out how to actually make it happen.
But they had been doing a lot of work, before I came along. I just took their work and showed it to the public.
You're an inspiration, and I just want to thank you so much for making all of these things available to me and everybody else, because I love them, and people don't know how to actually find things that are environmentally and socially conscious, and here you are giving them to us. Thank you
Here
so
I am.
much.
Thank you.